Toastmaster Anand, do you want me to record this meeting? Okay, it's going on. Fine.
Like for others, can you please like Toastmaster Bhavya, are you planning?
Yes, I'm participating.
Toastmaster Anku, you are as well, right? Toastmaster Tito and Toastmaster Avish. Is there anybody else who is planning to participate apart from these 5 people? If yes, please unmute yourself and say your name.
Parul, if you can hear me.
Anand is also participating.
Anand, okay.
Toastmaster Parul, can you hear me? It's Anand
Yeah.
this side.
Toastmaster Anand is also participating. Just keep making them. Just use the, like, sorted them out. I'm just now generating a random. So we'll just take the first number of it. So hopefully we have an order in place. I don't know what's happening. So like just I will do it manually. 1. Avishi, you are the first contestant. Nimisha, please note down the names.
All right. And I will request as well to rename yourself as C1 underscore your name.
So
With the count.
Toastmaster Avishi. You are the
Parul, your voice is actually cutting a little. I mean, quite a lot.
Tito. Tito. You are the
Parul, your voice is cutting. Parul, am I audible?
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Parul, am I audible?
Am I audible? Yes, you are.
You are. It is quite a lot of disturbance. We didn't hear you for in last 1 minute. I mean, I only got the contestant number 1, Avishi. Other than that, we are yet to.
Contestant number 2 is Toastmaster Anand.
Okay.
Contestant number 3 is Toastmaster Tito.
Okay.
Contestant number 4 is Toastmaster Bhavya.
Okay.
Contestant number 5 is Toastmaster Ankur.
Okay.
And contestant number 6 is Toastmaster Shivam.
All right. So we have P1 Avishi, contestant number 2 Anand, contestant number 3 Tito. Okay. Tito, I'm renaming you. Just a minute. Okay, contestant number 1 is Avishi, 2 is Anand, 3 Tito, 4 is Bhavya, 5th is Ankur, and the 6th is Shiva. Yes, Parul, good to go?
Yeah, I think we are good to go. Can you please WhatsApp me the names again?
Okay, I'm not sure whether I have your
Since
contact.
my network is unstable, so I just would like to have those. Yeah, you are in the same. Just post in the group that
All right,
Anand
all
shared
right.
one.
Yes, fine.
Dolly has given it to me. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Rolly.
Just give me 2 minutes extra so that I can try to switch to a better network. Toastmaster Nimisha, you are on mute.
Meanwhile, Toastmaster Parul, do I do the audio video check of participants?
Yeah, I think it is better.
Okay, Toastmaster Avishi, sorry, contestant number 1, Avishi. Can we have your audio video check? Video is fine?
Hello.
Hello. All right.
Hello, I'm Avishi.
Okay. Contestant number 2, Anand.
Toastmaster Nimisha, am I audible? Can you just confirm?
Thank you so much. Yes, you're audible. Contestant number 3, T2.
Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm audible.
Yes. T2, is this the pronunciation right for your name?
Absolutely correct.
Thank you. Contestant number 4, Bhavya.
Hi, Nimisha. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Contestant number 5, Ankur.
Yeah, hi Nimisha. Let me know if I'm audible.
Yes, you're audible and visible. Contestant number 6, Shivam.
Hi Nimisha, I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are. Thank you so much. And also, I would like to check, meanwhile, Parul is getting ready. Do you have your sheets? I would like to check whether they are empty. Both sides, please. Thank you, Bhavya. Shivam, you are using a register. Clear out a page. Either tear out a page, an empty one, or have an A4 sheet. Ankur, do you have the sheet? Can you?
Yeah, I could not hear you. Can you repeat?
Okay. We are just checking. We are just checking the sheets of the participants, whether they are empty or not. Can you please show? Yes, Anand, yes. You can show meanwhile. I'm checking both the sides. Ankur, I will suggest you to please tear off a page. It should be independent of any notebook or anything like that. Okay. I could see lines. Hopefully there's nothing written on it. Shivam. Okay. You don't have to switch off your video, Avishi. I mean, is there any technical issue you're facing? Avishi, is there any technical issue you're facing?
Yeah, my network is not good today, so I got out of the meeting 4-5 times.
Okay, no issues with that. I believe Parul will have a solution for that. Meanwhile, I'm checking Bhavya's sheet is done, Anand is done, Ankur. T2, you can only use one, Ankur. That's cheating.
No, actually, Nimisha, they don't need to be forced to use just one. They can use multiple sheets, but they have to show the sheets, all of them, and the number. Yeah,
Okay.
they just have to show each one. So
All
if they
right.
want, each one of them can have one more.
Okay, fine.
And
Okay.
I would actually encourage people to have it because if you
It will
run out
help
of
them.
space at that last moment, you will not be able to get one.
Okay, Ankur, good to go. Yes, okay. Now everybody is
Shivam,
having an option.
Shivam, you might want to acknowledge that Tech Master is a human being.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so you could write and reduce the
Okay.
speed. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. I'm so sorry. I hope
Yes.
this is the first one
Yes.
and this will be the second one.
All right. Anchor is checked. T2, I forgot. I'm sorry. You showed me, I know, 2 times, but I have not checked. Can you please show it again? All right. And the other side as well, please. Um, okay, there is something written. You have just written it down. There's something
Just
written.
taking it from the copy. I don't know. I'll change it. No problem.
Yes, please do that. Yes, I think the. All right, all right. For the major contest, I will say to you that it is good practice. Just like we are talking about maintaining a reputation with the judges. So let's have A4 sheets. It looks a little more professional and looks that you actually want to participate and you're willing for the positions. Okay, Parul, I'm done with the checks. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Am I audible? Is my audibility better now?
Yes, quite
Yeah.
a lot better. Yes.
And Toastmaster Avishi, I think you are facing an issue with your network. So may I know, are you using Wi-Fi or your mobile network?
Mobile network. Is my video visible?
Your video,
Yes, it is.
but I think you are facing an issue, like, because we cannot see that you are facing an issue, but you
Yes.
might be.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, actually, I have to show my sheet. My sheet check is not done.
Oh yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So
Please
you
do that. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Avishi, your network is looking fine with us. And even if you're using mobile network, I will suggest you go on the DND mode so that the calls at the back end will not disturb the network.
Okay, sure.
and for the, like, at least for the main contest, I'll suggest you, if you are planning to use a mobile network, so there is a work from home package or something like that that comes almost in all the networks right now, just for that particular day. Add on the data, like for that particular day, so that it would help you out, at least for the main contest. I'm not asking you to do that thing for now. Okay. And in case you're planning to use your Wi-Fi, make sure that your family is not streaming anything during your contest time. Okay?
Thank you.
It will really help you with the network, because you have to keep, like, if it was a normal meeting, we would have asked you to turn off your video, right? Like I'm doing right now, to save my network. But the idea is, since you're a contestant, I cannot give you that freedom to turn off the video. All right. And Toastmaster Anand, one suggestion, like as something that I shared with everyone, ensure that you're facing towards the light source rather than sitting opposite that, because that makes your visibility and your presentation much better. If possible, try to do that. It just gives you a better, like, equity with all the contestants, so that just the lighting factor doesn't impact your performance. That's like.
Yeah, right.
I just wanted to ask if the contestant needs to keep their video on throughout the contest or just during their evaluation.
No, you have to do it throughout the contest. And I'll also suggest you, like, when you are present, you are actually taking a part in the contest, to dress up a bit formally. It, like right now, even like being in work from home, I can understand that habit of wearing formals has gone down the hill. But just like, these are the pointers that people subconsciously judge you for. Nobody would say these points. But if, like, out of you guys, only one person dresses up nice and the rest of you don't, so obviously that skews the favor in terms of that particular person who dresses up nice.
Yeah,
That's up. So I'm not commented on dresses right now, but this is just a very good practice for the contest.
Thank you.
Like, always dress
I
up
also,
because it's an evaluation contest. There's no specific speech that you might want to go casually with, but since you are a contestant in evaluation contest, it's expected out of you to dress up nicely, at least a bit of forms.
Yeah, I wanted to, like the reason why I asked about the video is because I wanted to know if suppose due to some reason we need to leave the screen for some emergency. So in that case, are we allowed to switch
Then
off the video like that?
mark you down. Judges can mark you down, or the chief judge can disqualify you. And that totally depends on the chief judge or the judges. We cannot
Okay.
help you. That's the reason it's a safe practice to keep your videos on. Like for example, earlier even the contestants were not allowed in and out of the meeting. But obviously, due to network issues, people can happen. But try to avoid it or minimize it, because judges and chief judge can mark would be noting those things down. So it's better not to. Like a network issue cannot be like somebody can also try to ensure that nobody else is using your Wi-Fi or your mobile network at that time specifically. I know it's 1.5 hours that you have to go without it, but that's the whole idea. Just one more pointer. I know Toastmaster Ravinder is also for the first time is doing that, but for the future pointers, the identity of the test speaker is also not revealed during a contest. So since it's a mock, I'm trying to point out each and every points that has been done. Also, I'll suggest the contest in case you even get to know who is the test speaker. Please try not to interact with that person specifically. Like if somebody can see that, they can mark you down, because they can assume that you already know the speech and you might have already like done your research and everything. Just to ensure the parity, the identity of the test speaker is also not. I hope it all of these rules make sense. And again, I know Toastmaster Bhavya and Toastmaster Anand, since you guys are the top, are the president and the VP head of, like, Bhavya is the VP head and Anand is the president. Please ensure for that particular day, you assign the role to some other EC member. Even if, like, for example, somebody, like, for example, I was not present when Bhavya took over. I understand because she was handling the situation because that's part of her EC duty. But for the parity, it's ideally recommended that no contestant get extra stage time, because that can also subconsciously affect the marking. So please ensure that for the 24th meeting, you have a dedicated person to act on your behalf, and given that they are not participating. Okay.
Sure.
I think, are there any other pointers? Like with that, then we can officially start with the contest rules and everything. How a contest goes on. I think, are there any pointers that I might have missed, Toastmaster Roli, since you have used? Just let me know. Or Toastmaster Nimisha, you can also let me know.
I just wanted to point out one thing, that in the main contest, um, typically the contestants are asked to sit not as close as everyone is sitting right now. The it should be like this. Okay, so people have to be able to see the entire upper body. They should be able to see that whatever table, if you're planning to use, if you're not planning to use a table, that's fine. But if you're planning to use, which you most likely will be, because you won't have any notebook or anything to keep under your sheets. So to be able to write, you might want to use a table. So that table also has to be visible. Okay. So your entire, I'm not able to really do this. Okay. So this is,
Basically,
yeah,
actually,
until the waist level, you should be visible. And if you have a table, it should be within the frame of the camera, because you won't be allowed to extend your arm beyond the range of the camera. Even if you have to do something, your arms, your hands have to be within the range of the camera. If your hand goes out like this and you try to reach out something, you can be disqualified. The sergeant at arms can very easily report you back to a judge. So don't assume that you're in the break room, so the judges are not there and therefore you can take such liberties. That won't be allowed. So when you're planning to sit for your main contest, make sure that this arrangement is done prior to the contest. No stationery, no mobile phone, no electronic device, no papers, nothing can be there on that table where you keep your papers and start writing. And after you've done that, you will be, as Nimisha showed, you'll be folding it and you'll be asked to keep it like this. And this is the position that you have to hold for a very long time. Okay? So make sure that you have something to rest your elbows. Otherwise, you'll get really tired. And do all of these things prior to, yeah. So like the way Tito is sitting, that's actually very nice. You might want to just take note of that.
Also,
Thank
apart
you.
from these rules, just to add on to the point, it also gives a better impression of you to the judges as well, because it gives you a better space to act out your performance. Ideally, it's best if you can stand up, but if not possible, I'm not forcing you guys to stand up. Ideally, if you can stand up, it always gives a better, always gives a best impression for this speech. But if not, sitting down is okay. But the way Toastmaster Tito is sitting right now, or a slightly behind, would always give a better space for you to enact your speech, evaluation speech. So people who do not have such thing, what they can also do is like people who are using their beds to sit down. If you do not have a lot of space in your room, so that you can be. So what you can guys do is you can use a small stool or like something chalky, like the something that your mothers use while praying to the god. Like at least my mother used that chalky. So what I do is I use that as a table to keep my camera on, and so it gives me enough space to move my laptop or device at the same time maintaining my eye contact. This is another way you can do it.
I
I
think we
hope.
should start because then they will actually get the gist of how it is going to happen, and we can have the best practices even at the after the mock contest.
Yeah,
And one thing I would like to confirm, Parul,
yeah.
that the contestants will be moved with the very second the test speaker has stopped speaking, and after that they will be given the 5 minutes of time in the breakout room.
No. 5 minutes of time can be done here. I think it's better if we do it here because it would be, the speech would be still fresh in all the contestants' minds. So let's move the contestants to the breakout room after the speech is done. After the 5 minutes are over.
All right. But going
That's my.
forward, actually
Yeah,
that is it. But going forward, when the level increases, the practice will be that once the speaker is done, you will be moved to the breakout room, and then you can have those 5 minutes of silence, because the 5 minutes of silence is the time when you are actually preparing your evaluation from your pointers. So going forward,
okay, so I then follow the same practice that Nimisha is suggesting. So we will be writing our speeches down in the breakout. I hope that's okay.
just make the points, no pointers. Nobody is going to stop you. Make pointers, make it, and then you can using that pointers, you can prepare your speech in those 5 minutes.
You can use paper and pen while even the speaker is speaking, right?
Yes, they can.
Okay, now I think we can officially start the contest.
Yes, Madam Contest Chair, we can start.
So, fellow Toastmasters and guests, It is now time for the DOTM's mock contest of area E2, uh, that is for evaluation speech contest. Before we begin, I request all of you to please turn off your electronic devices that may produce an audible sound. So I am doing it for myself. Let's take another 30 seconds to turn off all the videos, all the electronic devices that may make sound. I'm just confirming again. Are all the devices, noise making devices off on your end?
I believe, do we need to unmute everyone right now or after the guest speaker?
Why we have to unmute? Sorry.
To avoid any, when the check as
like once you are in the breakout room, you have to keep your audios on as well.
Yeah.
Like in the contest, you have to keep yourself on mute, but when you are in the breakout room, you have to keep your audios on as well. Okay. I hope that clarifies Toastmaster Nimisha. And
yes,
Toastmaster Kashish, please take a note of you are playing the role of the essay in the breakout room.
Yes, that is for yes contestants. Please note what Madam Contest Chair has just said.
So the timer will be played by Toastmaster Roli, and I think she is using a virtual background as a timer. May I suggest you to share the screen instead, because that's how it would be at the area division and the district levels. So it's better to use a screen share option for the timing. Toastmaster Roli, can you confirm?
Yeah, I'm just doing that, ma'am. Just give me 1 minute. Yeah.
And also please share the screen so that people can see whether they can see the timing cards or not.
Yeah, I'm just going to do that. Okay, I got logged out of my video device.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just logging back in. So I believe this is visible now. I'll be moving from, this is the gray screen is the 0 screen. And when the minimum time is reached, it will be green, yellow, and red. I hope everyone can see the screen. If anybody is facing a challenge, you can let me know.
I can just see the gray screen or the change screen.
Okay, see, can you see it? Which color do you see now on the screen?
Slide 1 of 4. Green, yeah. Oh, gray, sorry.
You still see gray?
Yeah, actually, Toastmaster Roli, what you have to do is that you have to share the screen share, the slideshow screen. So you, I think, put it in the slideshow mode after you share the screen.
No, I actually switched on the slideshow before I did, but I got logged
the colors
out. That's
were not
probably
changing.
Probably.
So in the screen share option, use the first point, that is the to share that cancels out all these issues, because that way anything that you are sharing would be visible.
Okay, can you see it now? Can you see the gray screen?
Yeah.
Can you see the next screen now?
Yeah.
Shivam and Parul, can you also confirm?
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
Yes.
Now can you see all the way up to yellow and red?
Yeah, we can.
I think the problem was my network and not the fact. Okay, but thank you for letting me check that out. I hope we're good to go now.
All right, thank you. Also, next point on this video, no graph allowed, but since it's an online meeting, we are getting meeting whatever, like we are in every process. So I would suggest like Toastmaster Bhavya to like all contestants give a written contest written request to me. Our guys are planning to record it for the speech contest as well, evaluation speech contest. So you guys need to give it written. So like Chuck can allow them chat that they Toastmaster can allow them to chat so that send that down their story.
Parul, your voice is breaking. Can you please repeat what have you said? Okay. Did Parul drop?
Nimisha, it's 1 hour since we have started. Can we start the contest now?
Actually, Parul has dropped right now. That is what I was actually trying. That
I would suggest we can stop the screen sharing because it takes some bandwidth of the Zoom.
it does, but yes, Toastmaster Rolly, can you please timer Rolly? Can you please? Yes, thank you so much. Parul, your voice is not audible if you're speaking.
Hi, Toastmaster Nimisha. Am I audible now?
Yes, you are. Let's proceed with the contest.
Yeah. So I'm coming on to the last pointers. The purpose of the evaluation speech contest is for the evaluators to provide honest, positive, and constructive feedback to the speaker. They call speaker his comments and apologize for improvement. The speaking order is Toastmaster Avishii, AVISI, Toastmaster Avishii. The second contestant is Toastmaster Anand, AND, Toastmaster Anand. The third contestant is Toastmaster Tito, TITTO, Toastmaster Tito. The fourth contestant is Toastmaster Bhavya, BHAVYA, Toastmaster Bhavya. The fifth contestant is Toastmaster Ankur, ANKUR, Toastmaster Ankur. The sixth contestant is Toastmaster Shivam, SHIVAM, Toastmaster Shivam. Toastmaster, can I ask Toastmaster Rolly to please share the timing rules? Toastmaster Rolly, can you share the timings? So Toastmaster Rolly,
you are on mute.
Yeah, sorry. So the contestants will be participating in the evaluation speech contest. Every evaluation is required to be 2 to 3 minutes. For the contestants to qualify, at least a 1 minute 30-second speech has to be delivered, and a maximum of 3 minutes and 30 seconds speech is allowed for the qualification. When the contestant reaches 2 minutes, this is how I will show that the mean time has been reached, minimum time, by showing the green card. And when they reach the mean time, which is 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will show the yellow card like this. And when they reach the maximum allotted time, which is 3 minutes, I will show the red card in this fashion. There will be a 30 seconds grace allotted after the maximum time has been reached of 3 minutes, but there will be no indication of whether a minimum time was not reached or a maximum time was exceeded. Back to the contest chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Roli. Also, now coming on to the next part. Contestants, fellow Toastmaster and guests, during the evaluation contest, each contestant will be introduced by their first name and the last name only. There will be a model speaker who will be announced by the name and the title of his or her speech. After the model speech is given, the sergeant at arms will collect the written evaluations from the evaluators. Notes will be given back to each contestant as they are called into the room to present their evaluations. So, but we are going for a online contest, so this rule will slightly change. After the 5 minutes are over, you guys won't be allowed to write another word on the evaluation sheet. Also, till the time it's your turn to turn on to give the evaluation, you have to keep it folded between your hands, as Toastmaster Nimisha already depicted. Toastmaster Nimisha, it would be better if you can depict it once again. How the sheets has to be kept after the 5 minutes are over.
Okay, that's background. It should be like this.
Yeah.
It should not, the content should not be visible. You have to just pick it up and fold it like this, and no, don't do this. Okay.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nimisha.
Yes, welcome.
There will be 1 minute silence after each evaluation during judges will mark the ballots. Please honor this 1 minute of silence. After the last contestant, there would be 2 minutes of silence. So, is the timer ready?
Yes, timer is ready.
Sorry to interrupt, but for this master, can you hear my voice?
Toastmaster Anand, can you please speak louder?
Yes, Anand. Yes,
Yeah.
Toastmaster Anand.
So contestant Tito, I think, has dropped out of the meeting. So I believe so.
That is fine. I believe
Okay.
in that case, the contestant will be called 2 times. If the contestant did not respond, again we will go for 1 minute of silence, and then the next contestant will be called upon. So
Okay.
No,
the contest
but
chair will then declare that okay, the contestant is not available, and the same case will be discussed with the chief judge that how to proceed further with the same contestant.
yeah, but Toastmaster Nimisha, the test speaker is yet to deliver his speech. So if the contestant is not able to hear the test speech, then they won't be able to
Right
evaluate
now,
either.
yes, right now it is an issue, but I believe actually this is the case which I am saying that
Yeah.
Toastmaster Anand, is he going to join back, or you are saying that he is not?
No, so I just saw that he was
He's
not
just
in the room,
entered.
so I
He's
just
just
wanted to.
entering.
Okay.
And also, I would like to, I would not say correct, but it is basically that the toast, when we are calling the contestants, it's more like contestant number 1, Avishi, contestant number 1, Avishi, or contestant number 1, Avishi, Avishi, contestant number 1, when you'll be called over to the stage. Toastmaster, I believe this Toastmaster context will not be used within the contest because they are the contestant for the day.
Sure, Toastmaster Nimisha. Thank you. So, now it's time for beginning the evaluation speech contest. Toastmaster Ravinder, are you ready? If yes, please turn on your camera and unmute yourself. Toastmaster Nisha, can you do the audio and the video check, please?
Hello.
Yes.
Am I audible?
Yes. Yes. Can you speak for a little bit more, like 10 seconds, 15 seconds?
Hello, testing. Am I audible?
Yes, Ravinder, you are audible.
Thank you.
Madam Contest Chair.
Thank you. So, we are now beginning the evaluation speech contest. Toastmaster Ravinder Kumar, keys back, Ravinder Kumar.
Stop. You cannot go. No, but I have to go. A VIP is on the board. Ladies and gentlemen, contest chair and fellow Toastmasters, I have a question for you. I want to know how many of you have stopped an aeroplane. Has anybody ever stopped an aeroplane? Well, I very vividly remember it was 5th May 2008. I was assigned on a duty travel to Timor-Leste. Well, many of you may be aware about a country called Timor-Leste. This country is between Australia and Indonesia. This country used to be a part of Indonesia till 1975. Before 1975, it used to be a colony of Portuguese. After 75, there was a referendum conducted by the government. And in 1999, all the people of the country who were Catholics, they asked for a separate country. When the power to the new government was handed over, there was a big massacre because the anti-independence militia, they didn't like this idea and they carried out a big carnage. Hundreds of people died there, and finally, United Nations intervened and they set up their mission there. So, I was given an opportunity to go there and walk. I took a flight from Bali, Denpasar for Timor-Leste, and the name of the flight was Marpati. Well, you can very well understand the meaning of what it stands for in Hindi. So my wife called me, which airlines you are taking? I said, I am going by Marpati. After that, there was a complete silence. Well, after exactly my joining that office, my boss was leaving for Delhi. So he was staying in a hotel. Myself with a local staff, we went to the hotel and we took him in a UN car and took him to the airport. We went to the airport, we dropped him there, he took all his luggage and he checked in and we waved, bid farewell, and he went. Finally, we came back in the same car, which was 30 minutes away from the airport to my office. I had hardly reached my office when I received a call. Tring, tring. Hello, Ravi. Can you just do me a favor? Yes, sir. What I can do for you? Ravi, I forgot my luggage keys in my hotel room. Could you please get them? The flight will leave after 40 minutes. Okay, I will go. I'll check it. I, along with my local staff, went to the hotel, and since the local staff was not very fluent in English, he said something to the receptionist. And receptionist took a packet and she gave it to the local person. Finally, both of us started our journey from the hotel again back to the airport. We went to the airport and I asked my friend, let's go inside. When we were going inside, we were stopped. Since I was a UN staff, I showed them my card and they said, okay, you can go. I crossed my first level. When I went to the second level, they again stopped me and they said, you cannot go. I again showed them my card. Then they allowed me to go again. That was the last one, was the final entry between the aircraft and the entry gate. I reached there, I showed my card, and they gave me the entry. Now you can imagine, the aircraft is standing there. Myself and my friend, local guy, are standing here. We are looking at the aircraft. Air hostess is standing like this at the gate, and the aeroplane ladders are there. Fan is moving. Then suddenly, myself and my friend started running towards the plane. A person comes with commandos and he stops us. No, you cannot go. I said, no, we have to go. A VIP is on the board. We have to give this packet to him. And he said, okay, you can go. Well, we were given this entry because United Nations staff were respected very much there. Finally, I reached there and I handed over the packet to my boss. My boss took the packet and he waved hand like this. I get down from the stairs. I was standing there like this and watching the aeroplane taking off. After that, the moment I was running on the airstrip, I was feeling as if it was a movie scene of Tom Cruise, Mission Impossible, The Rogue Nation, because he was also running like that. All these films and scripts were running in my mind, and I was feeling myself a big hero. And I thought, I did something marvelous. I did something which my boss had never dreamed in his life, that I will be coming, running on the airstrips, going to him, uh, up to the aeroplane and delivering the packet in his hand. Somehow it happened. And in fact, the local staff, he was praising me like anything. And you won't believe, my ego from this level went to this level. I was feeling very proud of me, as if I did something very marvelous. Somehow everything finished there and we came back. We started working in our office. Next day, around exactly 10 o'clock, my bell rings. Tring, tring. Hello? Hi, Ravi, this is Mr. Sharma. Oh, yes, sir. What can I do for you? Ravi, you did a great job. I can't believe. Even all the people were excited to see you running on the airstrip towards the aeroplane and giving me the packet. I can't believe. How can you do such a marvelous job? Oh, no, sir. I mean, I can do some time like this, but this was an urgency, so I used my card and, they were so kind. This would help. No, but I'm really grateful to you. You gave me the keys. Yes, sir. I tried my best. But I want to ask a question. Yes, sir, please tell me. What on the earth made you to give me the key of my door? What? Ladies and gentlemen, that was the time I realized I was floating here. Suddenly I went down on the ground. I found no space to hide my face. I committed something which I considered as a blunder. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with you, it is not how fast, expeditiously, and speedily you finish a task. It is the accuracy and timeliness of a task or the output which makes the difference. That was the day this incident taught me this lesson. You might face this kind of problem. You may someday stop an aeroplane, but be careful. You give them the right key. Over to you, contest chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravinder. Toastmaster Nimisha, can we move everyone to the breakout room?
contest chair. Also, I would like to check that whether do we have CJ and he wants to go with them. Madam contest chair, am I audible?
We do not have any CA for this contest. Ideally,
All
they
right. All right. Fine. I'm moving all the contestants. Timer. I'll be moving you as well. Let me know which
Yes, ma'am.
device you want to move. Both of them?
Yes, both of them, please.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much. So I'm just opening the room and you will get a message to join breakout room. Join the breakout room option.
Toastmaster Nimisha is
Yes.
already in the room or not? I'm not sure about him.
Pardon?
Is Toastmaster in the room? Breakout room? The
Toastmaster
other SAA,
Kashish.
is he? Yeah.
Yes, Toastmaster Kashish, the SA, as well as the contestants and timer, all are moved to the breakout room. And also, for the benefit, I am just T2 has not accepted the invite to join breakout room. T2, please accept the invite.
Toastmaster Tito, please accept the invite.
Toastmaster T2.
Toastmaster Nimisha, can you
I'm just confirming, Parul. I will get back to you once all the participants are moved.
Sure.
Yeah. Toastmaster T2, you will see the option move to breakout room. If you don't see the message, please select the option move to breakout room. I'm not sure whether T2 is joined over. Toastmaster. Am I audible?
Yes, Toastmaster Nimisha. I think Toastmaster Tito's video is frozen. It's better if you can call him if possible.
Right. There's some network issue with them. Let me just let me just join. I will get back into this room. Let me just join the breakout room.
Sure.
Excuse me?
Yes, Toastmaster. Yes, Kushal. How can I help
Um,
you?
Good evening, ma'am. Ma'am, I am a guest for today. Ma'am, what should I do?
Oh, hi, Kushal. Can you just introduce yourself?
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, my name is Kushal Chopra, and presently I'm in class 12. I'm from science stream, and my interests are I want to join army, and my interest is in designing, like graphic designing, content writing, and doing participating in sports and athletics and other yoga activities. Overall, I'm a very active, agile, and a very enthusiastic child who is full of energy as well as full of excitement. You know, so that is all me.
All right. Thank you, Toastmaster. Yes, Kushal. So, the is first of all, welcome to our Toastmasters. And it's really good for someone who is joining, is coming to Toastmasters. Yeah. So, of luck for me. also for the class 12. So the idea is a typical Toastmasters meeting is divided into three parts. First is the prepared speech part. Second is the topics part, and is the evaluation section. So in the prepared speech part, a Toastmaster prepares a speech on a topic he has pre-decided and gives typically a 5 to 7 minute speech. Then in the table topic section, it's more about the impromptu speaking where the topic is decided by the table topic master. And it's more like an extempore. Then in the evaluation section, what happens is the speech that has been given, the table topic given are evaluated. Okay, so that the person gives a feedback on how to proceed further. Now, ideally, this is how a Toast meeting proceeds. But today is a special kind of a meeting that we are hosting. This is known as the mock contest. So in Toastmasters, there are typically 4 contests that happens every year. First is the evaluation contest and the humorous speech contest. Another one is are the international contest and the table topic contest. Today, what we are rehearsing it for is the evaluation contest. In the evaluation, what happens is there is that is given, which Toastmaster Ravinder shared. I think when you joined. After that, all the contestants gets a time to write their findings. Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am.
It's still breaking.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Toastmaster Ruli, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Can you please explain what's happening to Toastmaster to the guest Kushal because he was asking about it?
Who was asking? Sorry.
Yeah, guest
Okay. I can't hear you, Parul.
Ma'am, it's me, Kushal Chopra. I'm a
Yes,
guest
Kushal.
for, yes, ma'am. I'm the guest for today, ma'am. I was asking what should I do, ma'am?
Okay. Kushal, we have an evaluation speech contest. Okay. Today, it's a mock contest, but it helps our contestants, our Toastmasters, the members of our club, develop the art of contesting and delivering constructive evaluations to speakers. Okay, so probably this is your first meeting in a Toastmaster group.
No, ma'am. I have been a part of these meetings, 2 times, twice.
Okay, okay, okay. So, Kushal, I'm just going to take a
We are
couple of
here.
seconds from you. Yeah. Nimisha,
Yes.
yeah, 1 minute of silence is over. You can bring back,
Okay. Let me
yeah,
just
the
drop a
first
broadcast
contestant.
message.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, Kushal, you can just watch the evaluation contest, how it takes place. Every contestant will be delivering an evaluation on the test speaker's speech. I think you were able to hear the test speaker
Let me know
today.
if the broadcast is, if you are
Yeah, I
able to
can
see the.
see. Yeah, I
Okay,
can see
great.
it. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, Kushal, you were able to hear Toastmaster Ravinder deliver his speech?
Yes, ma'am. I was able to hear.
Yeah. Yeah. So all of the contestants will be evaluating the same speech, and how well they are able to evaluate is the purpose of the contest. Okay. Our main contest, the real
Madam Contest
contest will
Chair,
be next.
Madam Contest Chair, and Timer Rolly. Contestant number one is in the main row.
Right. I think Toastmaster Parul is facing some challenges. I will invite, or maybe you can just invite
Okay, let me
contestant
just
number one.
invite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Contestant number one, Avishi. Avishi, contestant number one.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Avishi and I will be evaluating the speech. So overall, the contestant started, the speaker started, he was running initially. So he grabbed my attention and I was very curious to know what will happen the next. Also, he asked a question in the starting. So this is a very good way of involving the audience. And he shared a story from his life. So I was interested to know what will happen next. The body language of the speaker was very good. He acted very well when he wanted to show that he got a call. He emulated the sound of the phone and he said tring tring, and then he was using his hand and the sound of tring tring to show that he is on a call. So that was very appealing to me. He used a prop when he was talking about the card. Also, when he was saying, now you can imagine, he gave a pause so that we imagine and we are involved in this speech. And this way he gave us time, he gave the audience time to absorb the content. Also, when I would like to elaborate more on the body language part. When he was talking about fan, he was showing the fan motion by his index finger, and while he was saying handed over the packet, he was handing over the packet, and his upper body was visible clearly, so all the gestures were very clear. I have some recommendations. Like, I think content could have been better if he focused more on the language. Like, I did not see a lot of use of figure of speech, and he could have used alliterations and metaphor. Also, vocabulary was very simple, so the speaker could have used some good words. And in the starting, he used a lot of years to refer, so it sounds little boring when you talk about so many years. It seems as if it will be something very historical, so that could have been avoided. And to refer to time, he could just have used before and after. Also, he also introduced humor to the speech when he talked about movie scene of Tom Cruise, which was commendable. The message was very appealing to me because it shows that how fast you finish your task. It does not matter. All matters is how accurately you do it. So to summarize, I would say the speaker was he very well depicted the story very well. He used his body language was very good, and it really appealed to me as used his hand. He used prop as a card as a prop, and the sound of tring tring was also good. All I recommend is he could have focused more on the content, use some figure of speech, make some use of rich vocabulary, and also avoid the use of ears. Overall, a very good speech, impeccable speech, and he also added humor to it, and a very beautiful message which talks about which we can relate to it very well in today's time, where we have so much to do, and it shows that we should do our task accurately. Over to you.
So much. Madam Timer, how much time do we need to wait to call the next contestant, as we are not having any judges? I mean, Chief Judge. One minute of silence. Rolly, I believe you are on mute.
Sorry, I think the 1 minute of silence can be done away with.
Okay.
Yeah. So we can you can probably call the next contestant back.
Meanwhile, all right. Do let me know when 1 minute is over. Thank you.
Oh, I meant that you don't need to wait.
All
You
right.
can, okay.
All
Yeah.
right.
No,
Okay,
it's
thank you. Okay, we have contestant number 2, Anand. Can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear
Contestant
me?
number 2, Anand. Anand, contestant number 2.
So the best thing about the speech of the speaker was that he used two things over here. It's not the content of the speech, but rather the flow of the speech that makes the speech impactful and remember. The speaker used two techniques. The first, the title of the speech nicely winded up with the speech when he went towards the end of it. But the second thing which he used was the manner in which he started his speech while running. And that he very nicely used as a flashback. What most speakers do is that they take that very thing which they have done at the very beginning and they drag it till the very end. But what the speaker has done on this very front is that he used that in between and used that as a flashback, used that as a step to build up on his story and then move forward. The second thing which I like about the speaker is basically the way in which he used the props. Whether it was just pulling up his ID cards, which was so quick, short, but impactful, and at the same time using hand gestures and prop. He used his own shirt while saying that, you know what, I felt really very good of myself. And he used that very prop. I have few recommendations here for the speaker because I believe this is something which I could have done differently. The speaker is, it's up to the speaker whether he would like to do this sort of thing if that suits to him. The first is that I saw on few moments while he was doing the role between those two characters, at times what was happening was that he was saying the first line of the first character and then he was again saying in a flow the second line of the very second character, the very first line of the second character also. So instead of switching his hands, he was missing that at few moments. What he could actually do is that he can, if he feels that he is not able to switch his hands at the right moment because of the flow of the speech, he can actually look upwards to show that he's of lower authority, and acting as a boss, he can look downwards to show that the person was authoritative. The second thing which I would like to recommend the speaker is that there were few grammatical errors, like he said the UN car, and uh, there was a past participle use which would not have been used in the right sense. The third thing which I would like the speaker to take care of is that if he can also include hand gestures, because I felt at few moments he missed that. The voice modulation at few moments, like when he said high and then low. Overall, the speech was nice, and I hope the speaker will take into consideration. This is from my side. Over to the contest master.
Thank you so much, contestant number 2. I will request the contestants to please remain. They can mute themselves, but keep the videos on.
Toastmaster Nimisha, is there some chance that the meeting room is locked?
I have unlocked the meeting room because I have locked the meeting room when contestant number 1 was on the stage because of the disturbance we were getting.
Yeah.
The contestant was getting disturbed. So I have unlocked it right now, but I will be locking it again
Okay.
Once T2 is in. Do you want okay, contestant number 4 is here.
Yes.
Contestant,
Can you just wait if Tito is trying to get in? Maybe we should get him in first and then, or
he has not been in a breakout room. So do you want, I mean,
no, I'll ask him to log in again. Try logging in again. Now that the meeting room is unlocked, then he'll be able to come in, right?
so after the sixth contestant, we will be taking him.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Contestant number 4, Bhavya. Bhavya, contestant number 4.
I must say, the speaker has a very good storytelling. The way the speaker started the speech by jogging and doing the action stop and asking us a question, have you ever stopped an aeroplane? Put the audience into a more connected way, and we were into a suspense that what will happen next. How has he stopped an aeroplane? So it was a very perfect start which connected the audience really well. The way he, I love the way about the speech that he had perfect gestures when he was depicting the airport scene. Like he picked the luggage, checked in, and then bid farewell. All the actions were very well communicated with good gestures. In the entire speech, the speaker had good body language with perfect eye contact and stage movement. I really liked that the speaker was standing and we could see all the gestures during the entire speech. The way he used his iCard as a prop was a really good thing that added value to the speech. And the way the speakers showed first level, second level by coming closer to the screen was more connecting to the audience. Something I could do differently in the speech, which could add more value, could be smoother transitions between the opening body and the conclusions, as I felt the conclusion was a bit too short and could be a little more extended, which could have more message for the audience, and more pauses between the transitions could have a better audience connect. During the starting, I felt the hand gestures were a bit limited, like they were like clenched, open, or a finger was pointed. So this thing was repetitive in the introduction of the speech, so this can be avoided. So to conclude, I would say the speaker had a very good storytelling, perfect opening. A little bit work on the transitions and conclusion could make the speech even more wonderful. Over to you, contest chair.
Okay. Thank you, contestant number 4. Contestant number 5, Ankur.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. Contestant number 5, Ankur. Ankur, contestant number 5.
It is said that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and the vivid imagery that the speaker displayed of the runway and him running towards the plane to deliver that package, it felt like I was right there behind the speaker, cheering him to make sure that the mission that seemed impossible happens with the speaker. And while the speaker was sharing this experience with us, the hand gestures which the speaker used were mesmerizing. I felt that the speaker used his hands with a great ability for showcasing big, massive, or luggages, or even by waving or showing his ego. That created an impact in his story. Also, the speaker was staring right at the camera most of the times, which made me hooked on to the experience which the speaker was painting in front of us. I would like the speaker to work on few aspects so that he improves his speech to the next level. One of the things which I would like the speaker to do is to try to work on the short pauses at the beginning of the speech. A slightly 1 or 2 more seconds would make the audience feel that as if the speaker has forgotten something. Also, I would like the speaker to work on his pronunciation so that few words which the speaker used, like boss for boss and receptionist for receptionist, could be avoided so that it is clear to the audience. Lastly, I would also request the speaker to use the card which the speaker has in a better way and also show it closer to the camera so that it creates the impact which the speaker had intended. But one thing which I feel was the highlight of the speech was the twist that the speaker brought in the end, and then how he connected the twist to the message or the crux of his speech. That I felt was something which brought the entire speech to a closure and also gave me something to take away from this speech. Overall, I felt a good use of hand gestures and eyesight, as well as the vivid imagery that the speaker showcased brought this speech to life. And little work on the pronunciation and short pauses would make this speech even better. Thank you.
Thank you. Contestant number 5. I will request all the speakers, contestants to please switch on their video or remain with the video on. They can switch off their audios. Contestant number 6, Shivam.
Shivam, you are on mute.
Yeah, hi, am I visible? I can't see myself.
Yes. Contestant number 6, Shivam. Shivam, contestant number 6.
A very good evening to everyone. I'm Shivam Asthana, and I will be going to evaluate Speaker Dabinder's speech today. I mean, what a start to the speech. From the very start, the speaker grabbed our attention. His gestures, his animated waving of hands, his animated running was a point where I felt connected to the speech. I felt my whole attention was with the speaker. Then the speaker threw an intriguing question to everyone. Have you ever stopped a plane? And I thought this was some fairy tale. I mean, this is not possible. And this is something which as an audience we look in the speaker's speech to have something to grab the audience attention from the very start. And that's why I just think that's why I believe the speaker's start was nothing but perfect. As the speaker moved on, I appreciate his gestures, the way his granular information which he presented, and made us feel as if we are part of that scene happening today. His reference from Mission Impossible at the end made us all think, oh, that's something which happened, and the speaker was able to help each one of us be a part of that scene, even though we are all here. Although I feel at some point the speaker was going delving too much into the information. For example, at a point he explained that he went to 3 security gates, and every time he told what happened, like he was stopped and he showed his card, he was stopped and he showed his card. So that became quite dull for some. So I would suggest the speaker could probably sum those 3 instances in one and say, I went to the airport and I had 3 security checks and I cleared all the obstacles by showing the card. But something was those lines. And also when they went to the hotel and they got the stuff from the hotel, he could have summarized those instances more to and have more impact by saying less words and made it more Mission Impossible like. My other feedback for the speaker would be to have more voice modulation. For example, in the same instance where he was saying, I was stopped at the gates, he would have said, I was stopped at the first gate or I was stopped at the first gate. Whatever, it was angry or he was at despair, he could have showed his emotion. These are my 2 suggestions. At the end, I would say the speaker ended the speech perfectly. It gave us a learning, and I think every speech should have a learning. And this speech, although seemed like a fairy tale at the start, had a very good learning. That it is not important to do things fast. The first aim should be to do things efficiently, and then we should think of how we can make it more effective. Thank you, and that's all from myself.
Thank you. Thank you, contestant number 6. And with this, we conclude in the actual contest. We will give judges 2 to 3, or as per the discussion with the contest chair, some minutes in which they can calculate their ballots. With this, I hand over this stage to Parul.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nimisha. Toastmaster Rohit, can you please stop sharing your screen? Thank you. One of the reasons I didn't invite a CJ for a mock contest is because I wanted you guys to first of all evaluate yourselves. How each one of you, specifically, like obviously Avishi and Toastmaster Anand would have heard how the same speech were interpreted in a different way, but that is not the case with Shivam. But so, what you felt like, you must be feeling that there is something you could have done better right now, even though even it is true for Shivam, who has not uh, who has not heard any other speeches. So now coming on to one important part, what are the judges looking for in your speeches? I'm sharing a ballot. Toastmaster Nimisha, can you please give me the host success if possible?
Yes.
No, host or co-host success.
Yes, I will be giving you the co-host access, and also just to make sure, Roly, can you take the? I will give you the host access. I will have to take a leave, and all the best to all the contestants for the next for the final contest, for the main contest. We'll see you there.
Thank you, Nimisha.
I'll make you
Thanks
the
for
co-host.
doing this. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, it is my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you, Anna, for inviting me. Thank you. Over to you, Parul. In the background, I will be doing all the things. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm just sharing my screen. Can you also please stop recording? It will just give me just can you guys turn off your videos now, because it just gives me more bandwidth.
Toastmaster Bhavik, could you just confirm me on the chat what's the status?
The chat is disabled. I think you can conclude the meeting.
Okay. First of all, thank you everyone for joining in today. Next week, as you all are aware, and because you have taken part in the mock contest, you know that there is the evaluation contest. So please do join in. I'm really very thankful, especially to all the people who joined in and took part. Even for those people who actually didn't had any role, but they joined in. I am. I would like to bring this into your notice that uh, we have seen a dip in the participation of members in the recent times, and it's the members of the club who actually make the club what it is. I would really urge you to please be attentive and frequent in the meetings, because it's for you every other member is working, and it's you that you are working for each and every other member. We together as a members make what the club is. Please don't take it lightly. Do try to attend meetings each and every time as far as possible, until unless, of course, there is some emergency. I hope that you will come up again with a whole lot of an enthusiasm, and we will be back the very same DOTM that we have been known for. That's it for today. I would just can have a quick group to wind up the meeting.
Quick what?
Toastmaster Bharat, uh, if you can switch on your videos so we can have a quick groupie or whatever you may call it.
We can do a one.
Who's taking the pic?
I'm taking. Done.
Thank you. And I just
Thank you
want
so
all
much,
of us
Bhavya.
to,
And
sorry, Anand. I just want everyone to applaud for Anand. This is probably the only meeting in which we have seen him throughout the meeting. It's been ages. So thank you so much, Anand. Whatever you did, just keep it.
hopefully this will continue.
Thanks,
Thank you
Parul.
everyone for joining in, and I really mean it from the bottom of my heart, Toastmaster Parul. Thank you so much. There was Nimisha, Kashish was there, Pratik will be joining in as a timer. He couldn't today because of his office, some urgent work. But thank you everyone, and looking forward to see you in the next meeting.
Thank you, everyone.